Hello friends, welcome back to IWJ or Invest with Jerry. This video will be tagged under my educational video series. There will be 3 videos in this series. The sheet which I am going to present to you today, I would like to call it as the cheat sheet for any market conditions. So even if the market is crashing or even if the market is going down, you can actually make money by following certain strategies. Please note, I am not a financial advisor, so please do your own research before investing your hard-earned money into the stock market. Also, I'm not a day trader and I'm not chasing quick money. My investment strategy is medium risk plays and I plan to hold on to my stock anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. The only other case where I would sell a stock is if it reaches my target price. So today I'm going to talk about ETFs. Actually, a lot of them. So for very beginners, let me explain what an ETF is. So ETF is actually an exchange traded fund. By definition, an exchange traded fund is a type of security that tracks an index, sector, commodity, or other asset, but which can be purchased or sold on a stock exchange, the same as a regular stock. So let's forget all these complicated words and switch to basic English. So ETF is like a bucket of stocks. So you will be, if you own an ETF, you will be owning pieces of different stocks. So let's say I am a very new investor and I would like to get a piece of lot of innovation, like lot of exciting innovation ideas which is happening now. So for example, let's take some of the companies like Tesla, robotics, AI companies, machine learning companies, artificial intelligence companies, like a lot of e-gaming companies. So what would I do? Either I would have to go buy Tesla share or like buy some shares of each of these companies, and also I would need a lot of time to deep dive into these companies and understand what the financials and like the fundamentals are. Or I can actually go into a ETF that actually is like a bucket of all these companies. Or in another simple day-to-day example, you have $10 in your hand and you want to buy fruits from a shop. Either you can buy 2 pounds of apple or 2 pounds of orange, or maybe you can buy an assorted mix of fruit. So I would say in certain instances, the assorted mix would give you more value. You can like taste different fruits for the same $10 which you have. So this is exactly how an ETF also works. So basically, you can own pieces of different stocks in the same bucket. So let's see what are the booming sectors, not only in US stock market but also with international exposure. So my first sector is cannabis sector. So I'm highly bullish on the sector, and that there are like a lot of reasons for that. Let's see some of the reasonings. So we know that more legalization is happening in many states and more to come in the future. Most of the US cannabis stocks are just starting their growth. So even if we do a deep dive into many of the cannabis stocks, you can see the revenue growth or the average sales growth for next 2 to 3 years is like on high 20s or 20 plus. So this is more than the average US stock market revenue growth. So this is a really good number to look at. Also, most of the cannabis stocks are in over-the-counter index. So what this means is like over-the-counter stocks are considered to be in the secondary indexes and not in the primary indexes. So big institutional money cannot buy any of these stocks because they do have some regulations on that. So once they move to one of the primary indexes like S&P 500 or NYSE or something, Dow Jones or something like that, so big institutional money will flow into this. So not only this, internationally also you can see many more countries are like allowing cannabis, either it's like medical cannabis or recreational cannabis. So there was a recent news, this is actually a news which was published yesterday. So Mexico publishes approved cannabis regulations. So this is huge news for cannabis stocks, and you can see last couple of days cannabis stocks were moving higher. So the news on a glimpse is like Mexico turned a bunch of heads this week with the news that finally recreational cannabis is being seriously considered. The House supports it and the President is expected to sign it into a law. Now the country has also announced what the cannabis regulations will be if it passes. So this is really good news internationally. So some of the international players will be like benefiting from this one. Again, this is about the legality of cannabis in US jurisdiction. So as you see, all these blue states have already legalized cannabis. These dark green states have already legalized medical cannabis. The light green is like medical cannabis, and then some limitations for some of the specific cannabis place. And there are like only very few places which is like illegal for. So think about when all these states turn to blue, there will be so much more for all these cannabis companies. The total pie or the total addressable market is going to be very big, and getting a piece out of it will be really good for all cannabis companies. So since this is an educational video, I would like to show you how to do a research on a particular ETF. So again, if you just know like few cannabis companies and you are planning to buy on them, then again there's a risk that one of that company might go down and your capital might also go down alongside with that. So instead of that, I am picking up 3 cannabis plays. So let's see how or what a cannabis play you can do through ETF. So MJ is so you can go to Yahoo Finance and you can just simply search for MJ. You can see what comes up. So it shows ETF MG Alternative Harvest ETF. So these are some basics. It's only $24 now. So by giving $24, you will see what all companies you are going to hold. So this ETF will contain sector weightings. There are basic materials, consumer cyclicals, consumer defensive, healthcare. This is not very important, but sometimes it's good to see what is in the sectors. Above all, this is the most important part. You can see what are the cannabis companies. So they say GW Pharmaceutical, this is a very good cannabis play. Afria, which is an international play. Tilray also, it's an international play. Canopy Growth Corp is an international play. Kronos as well. Grow Generation is more like a US play, and I think it's the largest hydroponic cannabis play in US. And then there are like a few others also. Again, you see a percentage, right? So what this means is like, and the percentage differs. It's not like everything you see here has the same percentage. So this means this is a market weighted ETF. So what that means is like, so out of all these holdings, GW Pharmaceutical will be having the biggest market cap. This means GW Pharmaceuticals will be the largest holdings in your MJ ETF. So when you pay $24, you are paying 10% of the price to GW Pharmaceuticals. So basically around $2.4 will go into GW Pharmaceuticals. Again, another close to $10. So $2.3 will go to Afria. So it's like a mixed pie of all these things. So this is like an assorted mix of all these stocks. So this is a real good investment if you are really bullish on cannabis sector. So again, I have picked 3 of them. There is MJ, TOKE, POTX. So one thing you need to know about ETF is like there will be an expense for ETFs. So how much is the expense that you will have to see? There is like you can go to the external pages for MJ or TOKE or POTX or whichever ETF you are going to play. Just go to the external pages and understand what is the price you will have to pay. It's a nominal price, but it's good to know all those things before investing into the ETFs. So this is my cannabis play, and I also have taken this is like comparison chart. So you can see how ETFs were playing or MJ ETFs were playing for the past year. You can see it started at 0.53. You can see the percentage on the right side, and you can see it's moving up, and you can see here this is when this is on December. So basically, this is when Biden got elected, and overall bullishness for cannabis sector has increased, and you can see it's taken off. So it's gone very high. This is because of something else like the Reddit traders pumping up the cannabis stocks and all. But now again, it's come back a little bit. And if you're bullish, probably for like next 2 to 3 years, then it's always a good time to buy. And you can buy a bit of it, and then if it comes down, you can average it out. That's always a good strategy. So that's all with cannabis ETFs. So now let's come to the next one. So this is again one of the sector which I'm very bullish on. This is sports betting, online gaming, and like online casinos, iGaming, and all those things will come under this one. So we have seen that online sports betting was not legalized in US some time back, and you can see there's like lot more states agreeing to legalizing sports betting, and already there are many states which are already legalized. Also, if you take a deep dive on many of the sports betting and online game companies, again the revenue growth is really good. I have seen many stocks like DraftKings, MGM, Penn National, all those things have a very good revenue growth. So either you can play it stock by stock, or you can play it with ETFs. I would like to take you to a chart which shows what all states have been legalized for sports betting in US and what all have recently interest in getting it legalized. So let's see. You can see the red marked are the states which are actually legalized sports betting. So there are around 20 states which is already legalized sports betting in US, and then you can see around, I believe, 6 of them are recently passed approvals for legalizing. And then you can see recent bill introduced but not passed. So there are like a lot of states which are waiting to be approved, and then there is like very few states which is not bill introduced. So what all this shows is like the real bullishness in this sector. So sports gaming, sports betting, esports, iGaming, iCasinos, online betting, all those things are like getting a lot of traction this last year, and it's a real revenue generating market. So again, these are some of the ETFs which I have picked up for sports betting. I'll go through the details of one of those. This will be similar, and then I will show you the comparison chart. You should actually look at all these things from their external pages and understand what is the price points or what is the fees you have to pay for it. So let's go to one of the ETFs, which is Hero. You can see it's Global X Video Games and Esports. It's $31 as of now. You can see the 1 year chart, and you can see how beautiful this chart is. It started at 15 on March 9, 2020. That might be the it might be close to the bottom when pandemic hit, but still we can see from 15 it went to 36 and now it's at 31. So what are the holdings? So you can see the top 10 holdings are Bilibili. This is like, there will be like international price. That's very important to note. This will be like I believe this is a Chinese company. Sea Limited is very it's a South Asian company, so it's into many states. It's even an e-commerce play. Then Nintendo, Nvidia, we all know. NetEase, Activision Blizzard is a leading gaming company. Electronics Arts, we know. Take-Two Interactive, we know. So again, you can see this mix of stocks are really good, and it has a less risk compared to picking just one stock. So this is our second sector, and let's do a chart comparison of to find out which is the best out of these three, and this will help us to know like which is a better one and how all three are doing. So you can see we have Hero, we have ESPO, and we have Bets. From what we see for like past 1 year, you can see all three were like moving pretty similar, but you can see towards the recent times Bets has come up. So I believe Bets might be having some better companies than the others, and you can see this dip did not happen for Bets as much as for the other ones. So looks like Bets is a stronger one for now. So that is about the sports betting and online gaming ETF. Now we'll go to the next one. Our next play in the booming sector is electric vehicle and autonomous driving. So we know that with Biden on power, he's heavily advocating green energy, electric vehicles. Also, states like California is planning to be ICE free. ICE is like internal combustion engine free by 2030. China has pledged for 2060, and countries like Norway has already gone full on EV. So there is like a lot of bullishness in the sector as well as innovation. Let's go through some of the articles with relation to electric vehicles and the change of policies. So this is one of the news which is related to China. So they have pledged that to have CO2 carbon dioxide emission peak before 2030 and achieve carbon neutrality before 2060. So the increasing carbon dioxide emissions, they think it will be peaking by 2030, and they are aggressively making changes to their policies to bring it down and finally get carbon neutrality in by 2060. So China being the biggest country in the world by population, once they are into carbon neutrality, it's a really bullish move towards electric vehicles and green energy. Again, we have seen like in California, there was an executive order which directs states to require that by 2035, all new cars and passenger trucks sold in California be zero emission vehicles. Biden pledged to accelerate electric vehicle deployment through measures like supporting the deployment of 500,000 charging outlets by 2030. He also said he would set a goal that all buses built in the US emit zero emission by 2030, with hopes of converting school buses. With the hopes of converting school bus fleets nationwide to zero emission vehicles. And again, this is another important news. Biden has recently pledged to replace vehicles owned by federal government with electric ones. Meanwhile, lawmakers have introduced legislation that would raise the cap on an electric vehicle tax credit. So I have seen that the tax credit for an electric vehicle would be like 7,500. So that is a really big amount and a really good incentive for people to buy electric vehicles. Again, the conversion of federal fleet into electric vehicles is like very big. So I believe that's around 600,000 plus vehicles which has to be converted. So all this adds to the bullishness of the sector. I have picked up two ETFs related to electric vehicle and autonomous driving. So I'll go in detail for one of them and I'll show you the chart. You can pick or you can probably do your own research to get more details, and also the fees which you will have to pay for each of these ETFs. So I have gone to Yahoo Finance and I have taken the ETF DRIV. So it's GlobalX Autonomous Electric Vehicle ETF. So since it is GlobalX, I believe it will have a lot of international companies also. So let's see what all are the top 10 holdings for this one. Yeah, so you can see it's Alphabet. Alphabet is like a parent company for Google. So we know that already Google has their own electric vehicle research and development, as well as some of the vehicles are already in the markets. We have Intel, Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple. So all these are for the autonomous part or human-less driving. Again, we have seen Toyota Motor Corp, Qualcomm, Tesla, Micron, General Electric. So it's actually a mix of really good companies. So this is a real good way to play the electric vehicle market if you do not know which exact stock to pick. So sometimes instead of going after the new SPAC companies, which are hyped based on just speculations, it will be really good to go after all these established companies which are already into autonomous vehicles as well as electric vehicles. So that's all for electric vehicles, and let's do the chart comparison for two of them. So one is iDrive and one is DRIV. So DRIV is the green one and iDrive is the blue line. So you can see how in the last year it was like starting from percentage wise, it was at 4% on April, which went up to almost 124% growth for DRIV. So DRIV looks like better, and iDRV is little lagging behind it. So those are the comparison charts. Thanks all for watching till the end. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. This educational video series is to continue in the next episodes. So please stay tuned. Thank you.